What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Inferno. So this is a repaint, retool of the Earthrise Grapple figure that came out a while back. And there are some things that are remolded, there are some things that are pretty much exactly the same. One of the things that I'm going to show you is actually a fix, so that's really nice. He does come with quite a few accessories. Let's first take a look at him. The head is kind of, hidden in the shadows because of all these parts here, but really nice head sculpt. We've got the blue eyes, silver face, and then the yellow ears there. All that looks really good. And then the silver head crest there. You have silver paint here for the bumper, translucent, painted, I thought that was translucent, painted headlights there. Coming down, you have red paint here. I'm not sure why they painted that. They could have just made that red plastic, but they did paint that red. And then the rest of this is just plastic color. Here's the side. You'd have silver paint here and here. No paint on the back, although relatively clean for an Inferno figure. There is some kibble out here, but not much. The only real areas of issue for me are like these gaps in the thighs. They've already put out a fourth party fix, whatever, for panels to fit in there and also in the hands. But if you're okay with that, then you don't need that. I think personally it looks really good. So let's show off his accessories. He comes with 3 accessories. I believe Grapple only came with 2, and he comes with 3. Go ahead and take the hand, fold that in, and you get this nozzle here. It's painted this silver, and you're just gonna peg that into there. You should put the slot on the bottom just so you don't see it, but that looks really nice. You also get this piece here, which is more like a throwback to the toy, but that goes right here on the side of his head, and that can be used as a gun or a spray nozzle, whatever you like. And then finally you get his blaster here. That looks really good, and you can put that in his hand. And good set of weapons. I like that he comes with all 3. Let's go over his articulation. He is articulated relatively the same as Grapple. There's a couple little differences. So you do have these pieces here, these kind of ears that you can fold backwards, which helps because then when you rotate the arms, it gets out of the way. The head rotates. It's not on a ball joint, so it doesn't go up and down, unfortunately. You can sort of cheat it by lifting this up, and that can get you up. And then you can cheat to get the down, but it's not really articulation there. Shoulder goes up to there. Again, you've got that nice, cover down piece, or I guess just a piece to make it look like he's got a joint, which is really, I like that. I appreciate that. Rotation at the bicep. Sometimes this comes unpegged. Pretty much everything on this figure is super tight, which is really good. I like when Hasbro makes their joints tight because they use a lot of pin joints. So if you're going to use pins, it's got to be nice and tight so it'll last. 90-degree bend at the elbow. Nothing at the hands, although they do fold in for transformation. Rotation at the waist. It rotates all the way around. You can rotate this ladder up and down if you feel like doing that. The legs go up to there, back to there, and all the way to the side. Same as Grapple. Rotation at the thigh. 90-degree bend at the knee, and then ankle tilt and ankle pivot both directions. Because of the transformation, he gets a lot of articulation. So much more than most of the characters. This is probably one of the more articulated characters in the Kingdom and Earthrise line. And for a quick size comparison, there is Inferno next to the Earthrise runabout. And looks good. Taller than a Carbot, but not taller than some of the bigger robots we've gotten in this line. So he fits in perfectly with the rest of the line. All right, now let's get him transformed into his vehicle mode. Go ahead and take off all of the weapons you put on. They're all going to go in different spots. You can just set those aside for now. Straighten out his legs. Come to the bottom here. You're going to unfold these legs and basically straighten them out like that. Come to the back here. You can fold these ears in and they're going to peg into the side of his backpack here. Unpeg this and pull this out. And then pull this panel out, and that's going to be the part that kind of puts it all together. There are 2 pegs here, so these pegs have been improved from the Grapple mold. They've definitely made it more robust. This whole piece feels like it is remolded, but just to quell any concerns, these are definitely improved. Go ahead and take the head, rotate that around, so it basically hides it. Take this piece, and that's going to rotate until you hear the click, and that's going to basically solidify that. Take the ladder, fold that down, and then go ahead and take this, and that's going to peg in on the bottom here and kind of hold everything together. And make sure you have both pegs in. And give that a firm squeeze. You don't have to be afraid on this time. Last time we were afraid to push it in because that peg would break. Now we don't need to be worried about that. All right, so give that a nice squeeze, make that a firm connection. So next, come to the front here. We're going to rotate these in and make sure you have this rotated up like that. And rotate your hands inwards. Unpeg this panel here and rotate this in. And make sure you have this slot on the side because that's going to peg into the other arm. So same on this side, unpeg that. And again, make sure you have the tab that's going to slot in. Push those together and that's going to solidify that. Go ahead and fold this down. You can see there's two tabs here and here, and these arms are going to peg right into those tabs. So give that a firm press. That'll solidify that. Go ahead and take the ladder, and final step, you can pull this out. It's really tight in there. So I don't know, maybe it's my copy, but it is very, very tight. And then final steps here, you're going to take this nozzle piece. It does not fit on the front here. It's going to fit on the side. There's this tab right there. So go ahead and get that tabbed into there. Then we're going to take this one, which was on the side of his head, and that's going to peg in right here on the front of the ladder for the nozzle for the water. Then you take this, and you can put it on either side. I like to put it on this side. It doesn't matter. You can peg that in there. And some people move around these. I don't really care. I just leave those hoses where they are. But you can rotate them or take them off and move them around to different spots. I think it's fine where it is. And there you have Inferno in his vehicle mode. Really nice looking vehicle mode. We have painted lights here at the top. Same grille and lights from before, but that looks nice in this truck mode. Painted red rims here on the back wheels. These are just plastic colored, but it looks good because of the breakup of the color. That's nice. I like this on the side that just looks like gear for the fire truck. I'm not a firefighter, so I have no idea if that's accurate at all or if this even looks like a fire truck. Good enough to me, personally. Here's the back. You do have a big gaping hole here, but it's okay. It's okay for a figure of this size and price point. Overall, really nice looking vehicle. You can articulate this up. You can rotate it around. So you can be either putting out fires or spraying some Decepticons and dousing them. And speaking of Decepticons, there is Inferno with the Arthurized Runamuck. And I'm sorry, he's white, so he doesn't look great on this background. But good size. It's bigger than the car, a little bit taller, longer, about the same width. Inferno always seems a little bit small, but these Japanese fire trucks aren't as big as the American fire truck, so I'm okay with it. I can push the I believe button and move on. All right, let's get him transformed back into his robot mode. I forgot to show, it does roll. My surface isn't fully flat, but if you have trouble rolling, then you either didn't push this in all the way or you don't have this pegged in all the way, but it should roll nice and smooth. All right, so again, we're going to take all of this stuff off that we just put on there. Go ahead and collapse this. This is a really tight peg, so you got to push it in and really firmly push that in all the way. Go ahead and lift this up, unpeg this from here and rotate all the way down. Unpeg these from each other and rotate those forward. Come to the front here and just pick one arm because we're going to end up putting the nozzle in there anyways. So I'll choose this one. And then rotate the elbows to the front. Next, we're going to take this, unpeg this from the back. Just pull those two pegs out. I'm so happy I don't have to worry about that breaking. Less stressful. Go ahead and fold this up and peg that in. Make sure you give that a little squeeze. That should peg in securely. Take the head, fold that around. Flip this down, and that's going to peg in here. Take this piece, that's going to unpeg from there and fold downwards. And then take the ladder and fold that down straight. Last, you can take these feet, and those are going to fold inwards. And then we can get his weapons on. Go ahead and take his nozzle, get that into here. Take this other gun / nozzle, get that on the side of his head. And then finally you can get his gun in here. So final thoughts on the Kingdom Inferno. I really like it. I think it's a great figure. Grapple was pretty good mold. It did have its issues with those back panels. I do like the accessories they gave you. They fit in well. They're appropriate for the character. Again, we have no idea how these characters are going to appear in the cartoon, or if they'll appear at all, honestly. I mean, there's so many characters, I can't imagine that they're going to fill them all in, but we'll see how that goes with the cartoon on Netflix. Either way, really like this. Highly recommend it if you can find it. It's very hard to find. I got mine from Amazon. Unfortunately, Target never delivered for me, and I had to reapprove that order twice, and it never came, and eventually they canceled it, so I just gave up and ordered from Amazon and got it pretty quickly. So you can get this hopefully from Amazon today or from your local Target or Walmart, but definitely recommend it. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.